All right, guys, Coach Reese here. Let's talk about Monday, August 10th workout. We have a warm-up for you guys, 2 rounds. Starting off with 2 wall walks, 10 dumbbell plank taps, and 6 Arnold dumbbell press, 6 on each side. So we're going to be doing them individually. We have 8 up downs, so you're going to go ahead and do that 2 times through. And that'll lead us to the strength portion. We're going to have 15 minutes to build to a 2-rep max on the strict press, and that will be from the rig. Then we'll go ahead, we'll get into the workout. It's a 15-minute EMOM, guys, with 3 movements, okay? So first movement, strict press. Same thing that we just did for the strength portion, just less weight, more reps, okay? And then minute 2, we got power snatches. Minute 3, burpees over the bar. So we're gonna give you guys the choice to pick what rep scheme, right? So the rep scheme is anywhere from 8 to 12, okay? Reason why is we want you to be able to get something that you can accomplish, as well as being able to give yourself just a little bit of a break within that minute before you move on to the next movement, okay? We don't want you having only just a couple seconds of rest before you get to the next movement, because chances are it's gonna be relatively hard, and it's just gonna be an ongoing process of you just kind of killing yourself, so to speak. We give you the choice of the rep scheme, and then you also have the choice of the weight you want to use, right? So ideally, guys, we got 75 pounds, ladies, we got 55. Obviously, scale that accordingly. If you want to be able to maybe lift a little bit heavier for you bigger guys or more athletic guys, we have RX Plus, which is going to be 95 pounds. And then ladies, we have 65. So that being said, let's go over these movements, and then we will kind of discuss some stuff for regards to at home. So if we don't have a barbell, then we'll kind of discuss some of those things right after the demos, okay? So let's go ahead and get to it. Alright guys, so let's go over the formidable wall walks, right? Everybody's, so to speak, kind of kryptonite, right? So I'm going to go ahead and do the movement, and then I will explain it, okay? Okay, so we start from the bottom of a push-up position. Press all the way up. We then lead with our feet, and we start walking or climbing, so to speak, with our feet first, then our arms, until we get as vertical and as close to the wall as we can. And then we go ahead, we walk it back out, making sure our legs don't just slide off this wall here, okay? And when you're ready, you go into it again, just reset back into the bottom of that push-up position. Then we have dumbbell plank taps. So we have our dumbbell. Okay. Difficulty, it depends on how far the dumbbell is going to be from your plank. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead. We can do straight arm planks. We can do our normal planks. We can modify it with our knees. Right. So whichever one we decide to do, I'm just going to reach out. I'm going to tap the dumbbell. And I'm going to try to reduce hip motion. Right. I want to keep the core nice and tight, squeeze the glutes, squeeze the quads, and then start reaching out depending on how far we will challenge we want. Depends on how far the dumbbell is and how far we are reaching, okay? And then we have the dumbbell Arnold press, which we're going to do one at a time, right? So typically you would have 2. Only difference is, well, you're just doing one arm. Now I don't want to see an inactive arm positioning, meaning I don't want to just rest it here on my chest. I want to be able to keep it up, and I'm going to open and press up. Come back down, back into that active position, right? Go from the front, back into that active position, okay? And then we go through traditional up downs. Alright, so all I'm going to do is touch the ground with my hands, jump back with my legs, nice good plank position, jumping back up, standing back up, we'll reset and do it again. Now, this leads us to the strength portion. Alright, so we get the strength press that's going to be from the rig, guys. So I don't want to get it in a traditional, like a push press or a push grip position where, you know, I have my elbows up nice and high to where I can situate on my shoulders. Yes, I do want to try to keep it on my shoulders as best I can. However, I do want to be able to get a good direct bar path going just straight up, meaning I need to be able to bring my elbows down just a little bit, right? So that way I can push it directly up without pushing it away from my body, okay? So, start with the legs, brace the core, squeeze the glutes, take a nice big deep breath in, and then we're gonna go ahead and move the head out the way. I'm gonna press through, all right? Head through the window, come back down, and then back up, right? What we don't wanna see is we don't wanna be pressing it away from us, okay? We want a nice, good vertical bar path as best we can, okay? All right, so that leads us to the workout. Now the strict press will then be it's gonna be from the ground. So we're not doing it from the rig. So we are going to have to clean the bar up and then start our strict press, right? So we'll go ahead, get that clean position, right? Step it out, step it back up, and we just kind of position ourselves just like we did taking the bar off the rig, and we're gonna do the same thing, okay? And then we also had the power snatch, right? That's a little bit more wider grip. All right, now go ahead. We start from the ground. We're going to drive with the legs, scoop it up, and we will punch it, catching it into that power position, stand it back up, and then go back into it again, holding it to the ground each rep, okay? And then we have burpees over the bar, right? So, go ahead, we do the burpee, jump up, we jump over the bar. Now, they don't necessarily say facing the bar, okay? So we could probably get away with doing a lateral. We could do it facing the actual bar. This is going to be kind of coach's choice, so we'll see how that goes. Now, that is all the movements. So, if we don't have barbell, you still have dumbbells, okay? What we can do for the strength portion is we can kind of do maybe some sets, let's just say like a 4x10, 4x12, okay? Nice solid movement, guys. You can either do it with one arm or you can do it with two, okay? Whichever one we have. If we have just one, just use one. It'd be good to kind of isolate each side. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing. Just press through, bring it back down, nice controlled. Let's see if we can't get about 12 solid reps. Or if you're just going to do it with one arm, maybe do 6 on one side, nice solid reps, and then do 6 on the other side, okay? And then of course for the workout, we still have dumbbells or any kind of odd object that we can hang on to. Same thing with the dumbbells. We can still do the strict press, guys. We can still do power snatches. We'll just have to kind of do like a touch and go from here, or we can alternate, okay? We can switch sides if we needed to, okay? And just make sure we just catch it. It should be relatively light enough for you to be able to catch it in a power position. And of course, you could do burpees over the object that you have that you are using for the workout, okay? So, should be a pretty good one, guys. Just make sure on the EMOM, you gotta make sure that you have adequate rest before getting into the next minute. So make sure you pick a number that's very, very accomplishable for you guys. And have fun. See you then.